Oh, yeah. It's time. Loki, episode 6. Holy mother loving lover mothers. I am pretty dang excited for this show. Nerdvengers, you guys let me know. Are you excited for the Loki finale? It's going to be pretty crazy. You know, we have the poll up in the chat right now. Is this the most hyped finale of the MCU Disney Plus show so far? Right now, a lot of you guys say yes. That's pretty cool. We're going to get into all of that and more. Welcome to another stream, an evening stream here on the Den of Nerds Live. That's right, 2 streams a day, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday from now on. Nerd Theory counts as the one on Monday. I do that on the Star Wars Theories channel. You should check that out. By the way, we will be back at it next Monday. Weird thing happened last night. Just, he had a call. It is what it is. We'll be back at it next week. But yeah, make sure you're subscribed to this channel if you don't want to miss all the dope streaming. And by the way, too, this right here is the Samuel Kim mix of the Loki theme and Ride of the Valkyries. And dude, it is glorious. And the music in this show has generally been glorious as well. So I'm pretty freaking excited about it. I wonder how y'all are feeling. Let me know that hype level in the chat. And what we're going to do here is I'm going to blurb about my kind of thoughts and predictions. Of course, we're going to talk Kang. Of course. Am I going to lose my mind live? Will I hold it unfairly against the show and Marvel Studios if there's no Kang? We'll see. We'll see. We'll get there. We'll talk about that. I want to talk about a couple of other things. Possibilities of it connecting, things that I'm looking forward to, and then we'll get into Q&A. We'll just hang out for a little bit. It might be a 45 minute stream, an hour stream at the most, and then I've got to try to sleep because I want to wake up for our watch party at 2:30 Eastern Standard Time. If you're going to be up, you're going to be watching Loki, come on by this exact channel, 2:30. Elisa and I will be doing our watch party. We'll be very excited. It'll be very hyped. And again, I might lose my mind live. We'll see if Ralph Bohner shows up in that place. Oh, man, I'm really going to lose it. I really am. So, anyway, let's talk about the positive things. Look, just in general, before we even get into any predictions or anything like that, I really do feel as though Loki has elevated the MCU Disney Plus shows. This is it is so good. You know what I mean? In my opinion, this is the best Marvel show that they've done so far. It has its own unique voice, feel, vibe, all sorts of cool stuff going on with Loki that's very specific to the show. It feels like a maturing of the whole process. And again, it's a little bit unfair. You know, I talked about this. This is sort of something that is true of Black Widow as well. And I'll probably have to turn this epic theme off. It's just a little too epic for me. But this is something that was true of Black Widow as well. And that is that it's really kind of out of time. This was designed to come out before all of this other crazy stuff is now sort of out there in the rumorville, and you know, some of the stuff is leaked out and we're anticipating all this really, really crazy stuff in the future. I think Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and perhaps even WandaVision, although I think WandaVision changed a lot. These shows were from a different time. They were said to exist in a time period where we had a different Phase 4 lined up, right? Loki, to me, feels like the first show that's like, no, this is the new MCU. This is really what Phase 4 is about. Like, this is really where we're going with this. The multiverse stuff, like the time stuff, the bananas, Rick and Morty type vibes. That really does feel like that's sort of the direction in the future that we're going with. So my hat's off to the whole crew. You know, for those of you that have been with us, man, and I see you guys in the chat, and dude, Streamlabs is not working. Let me know, T-Love. If that's true, I can reset it. But it's just been so awesome hanging with you guys and watching all these different shows and just nerd-venging about these shows. And it's been really cool, man. We had a great time with WandaVision. I was let down by the finale, but we had a great time with WandaVision. You know, there was a lot of fun had with Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I feel like that was kind of a miss for me, that show. I'm going to be honest, like, looking back on it, there's cool elements and there was some fun stuff in there, but ultimately a miss for me. Not a great show, ultimately, is where I landed with that. By the way, what's up with Cheadle? Did you guys see this whole thing? Don Cheadle gets an Emmy nomination for being in Falcon and the Winter Soldier for like 2 seconds. Carl Lumbly not only delivers an incredible performance, but it's the best part of that show. It's the best part of that show, bro. The fuck? Like, he gets no recognition, but Cheadle gets the nod for being in there for 2 minutes. Anyway, we don't have to go down that road. Regardless, it's been a really cool ride, but I've had a lot of fun with Loki. I personally have felt like kind of a sigh of relief, like, oh, thank God, like, this shit's dope, like, this is fire, like, I can get into this again, because I can't really fake it well. If I'm not feeling something, or if I'm, like, a little whatever about a thing, I gotta be real, and then I know, I know sometimes my standards for, for all of that don't match up with what you guys feel, and I totally understand that. I get that. But Loki's been interesting, fun, weird, bold, exciting, and again, truly setting up some interesting multiversal stuff, right? So as I kind of said in the predictions video that we did, there's really two major things that are going to happen in this episode, I think. One is going to be Mobius confronting Ravonna and perhaps dealing with the TVA, right? That's a thread that's hanging at the end of this episode. He's going to go burn it down, as he says, right? The other one is, of course, Sylvie and Loki going through the Wizard of Oz portal to see Kang or McKangerson or the Boner. We'll see, right? Who's in charge, right? Who's really running the shots around these parts? Is it Kang? There's a lot of evidence for Kang. Of course, we're going to talk all about Kang. But let's start with Mobius. I'm really curious, guys, and you let me know in the chat because I want to check out what you guys think. What do you think's going to happen with Mobius? Like, there's a lot of interesting possibilities with him going back there, right? He seemed to have some kind of pull at the TVA. He already had some authority and whatnot. Is he going to call upon Miss Minutes himself, look at other parts? Is he going to just straight up confront Ravonna? Is Ravonna going to tell him the truth? Because they have a special connection, right? They have some kind of a special connection, right? Is that going to happen? You know what I mean? Who knows, man? Owen Wilson, my hat's off to him. This performance was great. He brought a lot of life into the show. He was recently saying in a few interviews, like, hey, you never know what's the future for my character or whatever. That could just be like a fun little thing that he's saying. You never know what they mean by that. But I enjoyed him a lot. I would definitely not mind him being in the MCU after this. And if they are doing Loki season 2, I mean, look, let's just say it. Let's get the band back together, man. Let's get the band back together again. Mobius and Loki season 2, and who knows where it's going to end up, but, a Rick and Morty style show. And look, Sylvie's cool too. She can come along as long as she doesn't get fridged. But it's really about Hiddleston and Wilson, man. Those two dudes together is like fucking fireworks. It's magic, dude. It's magic. So I love it, and I would take a whole nother season of it. I would be super down. You know what I mean? So a lot of intrigue with what is going to happen with Mobius. And I'm definitely curious about what you guys are saying here. Sarah says Mobius burns down the TVA, goes to Earth and teams up with Agent Wu. Yo, I actually like that. You know what? Nay, love that. That is dope, man. That's really cool. So, yeah, a lot of interesting stuff. What do you think's going on with Ravonna? Because that's another... It kills Ravonna? Ooh, that would be crazy. What do you think's going on with Ravonna? Because the truth is, she's that character in the comics. Is she playing with them? Does she know Kang's involved? Is she a Kang variant? What's the deal with Ravonna? That's another huge aspect of the show. That's another huge thing that I think we're looking for, right? Now, the way I kind of see it playing out in my mind, and this is just like, I don't know, this is just the way I see it, is I think the show will start with Mobius at the TVA with Ravonna. She may well name drop Kang. Oh my God, please. And by the way, again, it's going to be really fun to watch this live because it's going to be like the Grinch. If Kang is mentioned, seen, referred to, Easter egged or whatever, like, I don't know how much I'll be able to smile. I'll be like the Grinch, like, just like all the way up, dude. All the way up. All the way. So, I think the way it could play out is sort of coming in on that side of the story. him confronting her and Ravonna revealing something, saying Kang or something, and then boom, all of a sudden we're in the crazy mansion with Loki and Sylvie. And from what we've seen, I think we've technically seen shots of him actually already in that building, because it's that door with all the cracks and whatnot. In fact, we made a thumbnail with it, back a couple weeks or something. It's that we've seen those shots in the trailers, right? So, is he going to just come in on the person? Like, what? Like, honestly, I'm half expecting. I'll tell you what I'm not expecting. I'm not expecting him to like bust through the doors and it to be this crazy fight like at the end of WandaVision where it went all CGI and they floated up into the air and had like a weird Power Rangers battle. Like, I don't think that's going to happen. And I hope not. I think what's going to happen is it's going to be more like just a dialogue scene, dude. Like, I think they're going to roll up and Immortus is just going to be there, like chilling or something. And then they'll have some kind of dialogue sequence or whatever. And I frankly think that Immortus will be so strong that, like, he will, like, I do not think Loki or Sylvie have a shot at taking Immortus out. However, they might be able to like throw him off or do something that endangers the sacred timeline that forces him to abandon it or something like that, right? Like, I feel like there's no way two Lokis pull up and not just Kang, but likely Immortus, the version of him that's controlling all of this, that he gets beat by two Lokis. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. You guys tell me in the chat, do you think that's possible? I definitely don't think that's the way it's going to go down. If it's not Immortus or Kang, which it can totally be, and look, I want to say, just as a serious note, like, unless the last episode is bad and there's no Kang, I legitimately will not be upset if there is no Kang. Like, I'll be a little let down, and I'll probably have that vibe of, like, fuck you doing, Marvel? Like, because they do that to you as a fan sometimes, though. Like, they do this a lot, actually. Like, the eyeball flirking thing. You know, somebody pointed out on Twitter, I think it's on our Twitter, of all the egregious things that Marvel has done. And yeah, I do consider the Taskmaster thing. It doesn't personally bug me, but it's pretty whack. If you're a big Taskmaster fan, it's pretty whack what they did in Black Widow. I'm not complaining about it as much. I wasn't as bothered about it, but I thought the Nick Fury John with the cat scratch, lame. Super lame, dude. The boner, obviously the worst egregious sin Marvel has ever committed. Almost enough to drive me from their brand completely. Almost. Horrible. And then the Mandarin, right? But the Mandarin and the Ben Kingsley thing, they've sort of rectified, or they're rather working towards rectifying it, which is cool. Like, that, I'm okay with that. And you wonder, can they do that with Taskmaster? Can they do that with the boner? Is something like that going on? I personally do not think that having, like, let's say, King Loki in charge, or a older Sylvie, or some other thing, like, unless it's the wackest thing out of left field, like, what? Like, Miss Minutes is just randomly in charge for no explanation whatsoever. Unless it's something like that, I don't think I'm going to be furious if it's not Kang. It could be a Loki variant. I'm into it. It could be a weird Kang variant, or it could just be Ravonna as a Kang variant, or just Ravonna. And I still wouldn't be that upset, I don't think. You know what I mean? Slightly different than some of the other shows and aspects of that. And besides, we know Kang is coming, so it's not like it's a total Mephisto situation. It's not like it's a total boner situation. We know Jonathan Majors is playing Kang. It's coming. Okay? But having said that, if Kang does show up, I'm going to gloat like you've never seen anybody gloat before. I'm going to get so dang excited, and I'm going to go back and find all of the tweets, all of the comments on every single video, everything people said on the Discord, and I'm going to do a whole stream where I just hold this person up and I say, so-and-so said this and that. Ha, ha, ha. No Kang, bro. Prepare to be bonered again. How do you feel now? You know what I mean? Just over and over again. And even if nobody shows up to that stream, I'll have an incredible time. So that's kind of what we're looking at. I kind of consider it a win-win Because hopefully it's Kang all day, baby. Hopefully it's a big old crazy Kang. By the way, this just popped into my brain cavity for the first time in the history of my brain having a cavity. What if the Kang we see is classic Kang, much like classic Loki, and he comes from a world like that, and he's got like a weird costume that we all debate about whether or not it's cool at first, and then we realize it's fucking awesome, and it feels old school, like classic Loki? What if we get that kind of Kang? Yo. Ooh, girl. That would be pretty spicy. Yeah, get the likes up. I haven't even looked at what they are, but it's not enough. Whatever you guys did, it's not enough. And I appreciate it. You know what I mean? And you guys are really cool. And obviously, like, this is an incredible experience. But, like, holy shit. I look at the likes sometimes and I'm like, why do I do this? Why do I get out of bed? Why have this computer? Why do this microphone camera thing? I'm not validated. It's like that scene in Birdman. I'm not even here. I don't even exist. If I can't get 500 likes, that fuck me. So that's pretty much where we're at. Fifi says, I only drink Kangarade. Damn. I think I would like to try some Kangarang. So that's kind of where I'm at with the Kang of it all. Now let's talk just a little bit about connective tissue and some of the stuff that's happening perhaps after the show that the show could be setting up. And then we'll get into glorious Q&A. If you did send a super chat in, I will be going over all the super chats. Give me like 5-10 minutes. We'll go over all the super chats. Just shut your mouth, Charles, and get back to work. Damn, Ryan. All right, shit. So, yeah, we'll do Q&A in about 10 minutes, but check this out. Some people believe, I don't know about this, but some people believe pretty strongly that the Spider-Man No Way Home promotion has been held back because of Loki. That Loki is going to explain some of the multiverse things that are happening and specifically line up how these villains are going to be coming in from these other universes. Some people believe, and I think this is personally pretty crazy, some people believe you'll get a literal Spider-Man tease as a post-credit scene to Loki episode 6. What do you guys think? That would be pretty nuts, yeah? I mean, for me, that seems pretty far-fetched to me. Okay? That seems pretty far-fetched to me. However, at the same time, I mean, Feige's been saying a lot about, we just talked about it on the stream, on the morning stream. By the way, 2 streams a day. I don't know if I mentioned that. 2 streams a day. Make sure you come back for both of them. 10:30, 7:30. Just shut your mouth and do it. Okay. So he just talked about Venom. Feige, that is. They signed that deal. He's been a little bit more open about this stuff. Tyrese says everything's in the MCU, etc., etc. Rumors that Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, are going to be in the MCU for some time. They're not just going to revert back to their Sony stuff. They're going to stay in the MCU for a little while. A lot of weird stuff, man. You know, WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier had things removed from them, both of them. It's on record, guys. Even if you don't believe, like, the hooplas and the scoopers and the insiders and all that. Fucking Kevin Feige said it, bro. He said it. Benedict Cumberbatch, he said it. The man himself. Wade Suge Knight. He said it. They changed things. They changed the post-credit scene in WandaVision, but then they changed it again like George Lucas. They took out Doctor Strange from WandaVision. There was going to be a Florence Pugh cameo in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, likely with Val, to make that whole thing make a little bit more sense, Thunderbolt style. So there's been stuff that was gutted from the other stuff. Is Loki, hopefully, maybe, possibly, the first show that doesn't have to do that, that can lean fully into the connective tissue stuff, slap it on the table and say, here I am, world. The multiverse is coming and it's going to get bananas. Hopefully. Hopefully. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something at the end of the show. Anything. That is like, this was not just an isolated dope-ass Loki show. it also sets up your whole understanding of this concept, or teases out this thing that's clearly coming, or we're going to have this thing that ties into the Ant-Man movie, or something bizarro like that. That's what I want. That's what I'm hoping for. Is it going to be Spider-Man related? I don't know about that. Just with the Marvel Sony thing, I don't know about that. Could it be Ant-Man related? That'd be pretty cool. Could it just be Kang related? Could it be possibly Doom related? Could it be Cabal related, Multiverse related, Multiverse of Madness related? Could it be Wanda related? I don't know. I want it all, frankly. In fact, now that I'm thinking about it, if we don't get all of that stuff, I'm probably going to hate the show. Man, it's going to be a scary night. It's going to be a scary night. It's going to be scary. I'm scared already. Other than that, guys, the only other thing that I would say I'm really keeping an eye out for that I'm hoping there's possible connection to, What If. The What If show looks dope. That trailer blew me away, dude. I'm very excited for What If. I think it's going to really sneak up on people. And I also think it has implications past its first season. We know there's more animated stuff coming. And I think MCU stuff in animated form, I mean, why would even in a what if environment, why would Feige just leave it there? Why not have that favorite, beautiful, amazing thing, connective tissue? Why not? Why not? I'm excited for What If. I'm excited for the rest of the MCU. I think we're heading some really wild places. So, Loki, Season 6 finale. Those are sort of my last-minute predictions, sort of where my head is at, like just kind of where I'm at. Again, I'm so excited for this finale. I'm already hyped, but I think early in the morning I'm gonna get really hyped in that mood right before you hit play. Like when we'll do that countdown together on the watch party. Like, whew. I'm gonna be getting a little tingly, you know. I'm gonna be getting the Peter tingle, and yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it. I really believe that Loki episode 6 is gonna knock it out of the park. Kang or no Kang, I feel as though we're headed towards a really cool experience. All right, let's get into Q&A. Let me try to pull up the super chats. I'm gonna hang out for 25 minutes maximum. And I will go over every super chat that comes in within reason. So if you have a theory or a question or something that's going on, throw it on into the chat, and we shall talk about it together. And also, if you don't have any loot, don't worry about it. Just throw it into the chat. We'll take a peek at all that as well in just a momenta. Okay, so Deshaun is first in. Says, Mobius never asked Sylvie to show him his past. That has to be a reason why. Whoa. Maybe it's a big reveal that he is a Loki or actually a car. I'm going to bet that he's a car. And I'm going to bet that the real twist in Spider-Man is that not only do you have all the Spider-Man, not only do you have all the villains, but they all become cars. And then Multiverse of Madness, the madness aspect of it, it's not Shumagorath, it's not America Chavez, it's not Wanda, it's that they're all cars as well. We're a Cars channel now. Thank you, Deshaun. That's actually a really great point, though, about Mobius not asking. You wonder if that's an editing, pacing thing, or does it mean something? Pretty interesting, bro. Matthew K. with a $10 holla says, do you think that the depth of all the current and future Disney Plus series could end up making the movies feel kind of shallow and lacking in things like character development, world building, etc.? Man, what a great question, Matthew. And also thank you for the support. I do and I don't. I do and I don't. I think the one thing that's very interesting about Loki and where it's succeeding where the other shows did not is that it's honestly just, it has such a wild vibe and it's doing things that are so fun. But frankly, its action is not that great. Like the choreography and the actual action and fighting, to me, has not really impressed me at all. There was only a few scenes in Falcon and Winter Soldier, like in the first episode with the wings and, you know, Falcon going nuts. There were only a few scenes there that felt somewhat MCU, like the train fight, maybe it still felt pretty lacking to me. And so there's something. I mean, look, dude, Black Widow's action sequences, for even if you don't like that movie, you gotta admit those action sequences are crazy, dude. They are crazy and good. I like them a lot. I thought that prison sequence in that movie is awesome. It's awesome, dude. And then the freaking flying Triskelion base class. I guess I should say spoilers for Black Widow, but there's stuff in the MCU movies, even if you're just watching them on Disney Plus, that feel amped up. You know what I mean? And as long as they keep that distinction, I don't know that it'll be as much of a problem. But character development, you might be right on. It might literally be a thing where, depending on the actor or character, you might prefer some Disney Plus. I mean, with Moon Knight in particular, right? Like, think about this. We're going to first come to know Moon Knight in I think 6 hour. I think it's going to be similar to Loki. It could be more, maybe 8, but probably more like Loki, like a 6-hour movie all about Mark Spector. Bro, Oscar Isaac's going to be able to sink his teeth into that, really give us incredible character development, build our understanding and love for this character, and then still probably be in Midnight Suns. Still hang out with Blade and be dope. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think that's a great question, Matthew. And I guess that's my answer. Fifi with a $5 holla says, don't hate me, Josh, but I want to get boned. But not the way you think. Oh, God. Okay, hear me out. Ralph Bohner is a Kang variant. Whoa. Bro, okay, first of all, I'm furious because that would actually make the Kang thing, or rather the boner make sense. If the boner's there and he's Kang, but then why is he in WandaVision? No, I hate it. I rethought it, and I hate it. And your next follow-up is tonight, when Kang shows up, this song starts playing in the show. You're a mean one, Mr. Josh. Oh, well, yeah, because I'm going to be super mean to everybody that doubted it. And also, nobody's allowed to be mean to me if there's no Kang. So, like, if there's no Kang, I'm just going to look into the camera and be like, okay, guys, let's be real chill about this, huh? Let's be real cool about this, huh? It's all about fun. Lower your expectations. Right? And then it'll all be well. Tom Harvey with the $5 hello says, first time. Love your work, Josh. Tonight, Min. I settled for... Oh, okay, right on. Solid teaser future villain. But come on, Kang. Yes, for sure. But it's got to be a decent villain. Well, first of all, thanks for the super chat, Tom. I really appreciate the support. Yeah, solid future villain tease would be dope, for sure. I guess the main thing for me, Tom, the big question is Season 2. What's the deal with Season 2? If we really are having a Season 2, then are we setting up a villain for Season 2? Is it going to be a different Kang variant than the one you meet in Ant-Man, and that will hold as the villain for... Because Kang and his different versions are, even though they're the same person, they're unique. They've literally, they get sort of ripped out of time. It's like the variants. Like the show sets it up perfectly, Loki, actually, In the same way that Sylvie... Sorry. In the same way that we understand now the alligator Loki, all the other Lokis, classic Loki and Sylvie are different characters, but also the same. It's the same thing with Kang. So I feel like there's actually been a good bit to set up Kang, and not just Kang, but different versions of him. Thank you again, Tom. T-Love, a.k.a. the Silver Lurker with the $5 holla says, just shout out to the Nerd Vengers, Broke Vengers, and visitors to the tower. Gotta love this nerdy community. If not, get out now. I agree. If not, get out. Shut your mouth and get out of here. Not you, T-Love, but the other ones. You know what I mean. Sarah Levitt says, predictions on what end credit scene we'll focus on. Keep up the amazing work, Josh, and remember to practice self-care and sleep. That's actually a great point. And self-care, we tried. I'll get some sleep after this, hopefully. Last week I couldn't get sleep, but I'm actually exhausted today, so I should be able to. Predictions on end credit scene. A lot of people, like I said, a lot of people think Spider-Man. I don't. I think maybe a tease for Ant-Man and the Wasp. Maybe a tease for Love and Thunder. I know Tom Hiddleston said he's not in Love and Thunder. But come on, man. Loki and Thor, it just makes sense, right? Or some kind of tease of, Throg. Wouldn't that be sick if Throg got out, finally got his hammer and bailed? That's cool too. I think some people honestly still think it could be a post-credit scene setting up like Doctor Strange or just the multiverse breaking or setting up some more Secret War stuff. That would be really cool for me as well. So I'm expecting something real crazy. I'll tell you what I really don't want to see. Sharon Carter. Don't do another stupid scene with Sharon Carter and then she just calls someone. What a terrible post-credit scene. That shit was whack. But thank you, Sarah. Game over with a $5 holla. Says, with Kang showing up, does this mean Reed Richards technically exists somewhere? Oh, yeah. Look, man, if they're bringing Doom in to Black Panther 2, then they have to have Reed. Reed's got to be around somewhere. Maybe he's trapped in Quantum Realm. Maybe something else is going on. Who knows? Maybe, and wouldn't this be fascinating? Maybe it's Kang, and we realize that Kang has been manipulating the sacred timeline simply to prevent Reed in this timeline from existing. He's somehow broken free of time and doesn't want Reed or the Fantastic Four to exist because they will ultimately thwart his plans. Something like that would be sick. Eric Gaines with a $5 holla says, Josh, what do you think of Feige saying they make movies for full theaters? I think that's the point. Marvel is not just a movie, but an experience. I agree with that. Feige thinks a lot about experience. Feige thinks a lot about audiences, and I agree with that. Some of the best theater experiences I have ever had have been with Marvel. And I know on a stream the other day, maybe it was yesterday, we were talking about the numbers for Black Widow. And I was just making the point that, like, those Disney Plus numbers are crazy. And for me personally, it just became the reality that convenience of staying home and watching it at home just outweighed even my desire for that experience. I love that experience. But convenience is king, and we live in a very weird world where things are just fast-paced, and I think they're accelerating. So, I don't know, brother. I love going to the movie theater, and I think for certain Marvel movies, I will do both. I'll do theater, I'll do Disney Plus, and if they take away Premiere Access totally, of course, I'll have to do the theater, and I'll show up for sure. I've been doing it for my whole life. But, honestly, and yes, it's a little bit because of what I do, I'd prefer to just stay at home. Watch it at home. Watch it on the freaking OLED or watch it on one of these dope monitors I have. Like, bro, that's what it's about for me. Like, I'm about to watch Loki tonight in here on this monitor, and I'm going to have a blast, you know, just chilling, hanging out with you guys, looking at the chat. You know, it's going to be fun. Fifi with a $5 holla says, WandaVision and Falcon Winter Soldier sneezed. Marvel has yet to give them some connective tissue. Good one, Fifi. And by good one, I mean horrible. That's worse than my dad jokes. Austin Boyd with a $2 holla says, could Norman Osborn be in that mansion? Bro, don't tease me like that. That wouldn't make a lot of sense, but I'm here for it. Let's go. Norman Osborn, instead of flipping Kang, I would be like, that doesn't make sense, but fuck it, it's Norman Osborn. Let's go. So, there you have your answer. Oh, and Austin Boyd follows up with, what's the go-to order at McDonald's for Josh? Quarter pounder with cheese. Often I'll just get a double quarter pounder with cheese, add bacon, and smash that. Although I haven't had McDonald's in a long time. During the pandy, I had more McDonald's than I've ever had in my life, and I did a lot of quarter pounders. I like them quarter pounders. I think it's the best thing on the menu. Kyle Carter with a $5 holla says, no matter what happens tonight, Josh will find a reason to say Loki ended up sucking, even though he's been praising it for episode 1. Hey, maybe. That's what happened with WandaVision, dude. It was such a shock to the whole community and to everybody. Because we were just, like, going along, having this good-ass time. You know what I mean? Like, we're just like, yeah, it's dope, yo, here we go. Yeah, you know what I mean? And we get to the last episode, and I was like, nope, fuck this. Fuck all the fun we had. Fuck you, fuck you. And I started, like, elbowing Nerd Vengers. It was wild. So, look, I'm not saying that can't happen, Kyle Carter. But, I'd say I give it 30%. There's a 30% chance I will totally flip on the show, shit all over it in episode 6, make everybody feel awful and uncomfortable, and ruin the vibe for the channel for a couple more months. So, yeah, it's technically possible. And shut your mouth when you're talking to me. Fifi says with a $5 holla, Fantastic Four Kang theory. What if originally the Fantastic Four fought in all the previous Marvel movies, but Kang removed them all from the timeline? Yo. So, like, everybody's like, where have the Fantastic Four been? And it's like, oh, they were there, and then Kang just deleted them. That would be, frankly, pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. Tom follows up with, would people be okay if Loki ended without connective tissue? I personally think so. Just because it's fine. You know what I mean? Like, the show's been so bold and crazy and a lot of fun in different ways that I think people will ultimately be satisfied. Vito, I don't even know what you're saying, but shut your mouth. Jonas says with a $2 holla, gang for Kang. I like that. Felicity says with a very generous $10 holla, says, Josh, I can't promise not to be mean to you because I hate everything and live to troll you. Unless we get to see more Luke and Leia. Yeah, well, they're feeling better. You know what I mean? So maybe I'll bring them in tonight on the watch party. We'll see. Seriously, take care of yourself. You look tired AF. Do I look that tired right now? I actually had a decent day. I mean, we did crank out a couple vids and whatnot, but I feel good. You know what I mean? I also feel like the exposure is a little off on the camera. I feel like I should be a little bit brighter. Did that brighten it up at all? I don't know. No, but thank you, Felicity. I appreciate that. And yeah, I'm sure you'll be really mean about it. Deshaun 4, welcome to the Nerd Vengers. You are a Nerd Venger now. Thank you so much for joining up, bro. Welcome. Yeah, Felicity, we'll see. I know you guys will troll. Like, look, it is what it is. It's a part of the game. It's part of the job. So, look, tonight's going to get wild. That's all I'm saying. Like, the watch party's going to be wild. Like, it's going to be wild. We'll see what happens. But either way, I am super pumped to be experiencing this with all of you guys, with the community. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll have a lot of stuff to talk about after the show as well. Good time to be a fan, man, and a lot of fun stuff coming for the rest of the year, you know, so I'm pretty excited, and I really appreciate you guys. It's great doing this. Zachary says, with a $5 holla, I still think it's a Loki. Hope everyone is doing all right. Hope you catch some Z's soon, Josh. Post-credit, Toby wakes up in the void. Cloud eats him. Yo, what? Toby wakes up in the void and just gets eaten? That would be horrible, bro. Ugh, that would be horrible, bruh. Yeah. Oh, and I'm good, bro. I'm actually feeling good, man. Like, this has been a good week. I think moving the Nerdy News Rundown to Saturday mornings and just doing it once a week has been so helpful because I don't have to try to hit that each day. And so I can really just go with the flow. Like, today, I recorded the Feige video reacting to his interview. And then right after that Deadpool jaunt came out. And I was like, yo, let's just go right into the Deadpool thing. And it was fine. And I actually got done with work at a decent time. And, dude, streaming, popping in for a little 7:30 stream, talking about last-minute Loki stuff. Easy peasy for me, baby. I live and breathe this shit, man. I'm here for this nerd vengeance, man. But thank you, Zachary. I do appreciate it. I appreciate it. John Lover says, Josh, can you show your full design DBZ tee you wear now with standing and move earphones and microphones? By the way, nice tees you have there. Thank you. The best I'm going to do is just puff my chest. It's the best I'm going to do. Ugh. What if I was stuck like this? I was like, no! Now I must react to video like this. No! I'm like, no, Kang! Anyway. Let's see. Ryan Armelli says, I'd love it to be Kang, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be Loki. Also, how the pups, man? Pups are good. He is doing so much better. I'm so happy. He's still a little skinny because he got so dehydrated when he was sick. We're trying to put more size on him. We have the appointment to get them vaccinated and checked out on Friday, so that'll be dope, and I'm really glad about that, so we don't have less things to worry about. They seem to be doing really well with their new food. They were a little crazy today. I'm going to be real. I can hear them a little bit here and there. I'm sure Elisa's pulling her hair out there watching them, so I'll get out of here in a little bit. But mostly they're great. If you guys don't follow, I post a lot of pictures on my story on Instagram of the pups, so you can follow me on Instagram. I had it private for a while. I'm probably unprivate it. If you want to check out the pups, go follow me on Instagram. Josh the Jedi, I think is the name. Chase Floyd with a $5 holla says, what if we find out Zemo is in the castle and fist bumping till the end of time, literally? Bro, that's so ridiculous that I would accept it. I would just accept it. And he's got a bunch of Turkish delights for everybody, and they just sit there and they party. I'm down. Season 2 is going to be wild. Thank you, Ryan. Or thank you, Chase. Zachary P says, Platinum Club, baby. Glad to be here with you all. Do you have your diamond badge? Is that what you mean? Is that what you mean? Do you have your diamond badge, sir? Sick. Sick, bro. Let's see here. John Hicks with a very generous $20 holla. Holy mother loving love of mothers. Thank you, man. You must be flipping my flapjacks. Appreciate the support. Michael Waldron written. Russo brothers directed Secret Wars or Bust. Yeah, I am so excited. I really like Michael Waldron a lot. You know, I'm simping for him hard because of this show. And very excited to just see his stuff moving forward. And yeah, man, like, dude, that would be the most epic shit. Like, frankly, that would be the most epic shit. Like, and I want a trilogy, bro. I want what they did with Infinity War and Endgame, but over 3 films. Like the fucking trilogy of the days of old. Remember the fucking Matrix trilogy? Y'all remember? Remember the prequel trilogy? Come on, you know you loved it. Shut your mouth. And do you remember the Lord of the Rings trilogy? That shit was fire, son. Going in there, getting even more hyped up for the second one, then even more hyped up for the third one. I want a trilogy of Secret Wars movie. All directed by the Russo brothers. All written by Michael Waldron. Give me 3 years of living in Battle World, bro. Come on, that would be so juicy. Yeah, that would be sick, man. But, you know, regardless, him and Feige teaming up for Star Wars, also pretty exciting. You know, Waldron, a lot of good stuff for us to look forward to with Waldron. Chef Moriarty with the $5 holler says, I actually have the same shirt. I'm going to burn it now. Nice, bro. Nicely done. Nicely done. Fifi says, is Josh a Kang variant? Asking for a friend. 100% confirmed. I am a George Lucas variant, actually. I didn't want to say anything. Everybody's always like, oh, you're George Lucas's secret lost son. And I'm like, nah, man. I'm George in a reality. I'm George from a reality where he didn't sell to Disney, made actually incredible sequels, made all the money in the world, invented a parallel jumping time travel thing, and now I have come into this timeline to troll the Disney Star Wars. Why do you think I'm here? What do you think this is about? Yeah, that's what it is. So stick that in your pipe and smoke it. Cause we shitting on Disney Star Wars all the live long day. Yeah. Amen. All right, what's going on in the chat? I'll hang out for like 5 more minutes and then let's get out of here. And then let's get on out of here. Sad to say, I had to change shirts after seeing you wear the same DBZ shirt. Nice, dude. What's up, James? What's up? Yeah. No Star Wars, no crying. Remember that? That was funny. Yeah. Matt Shackman is directing the next Star Trek movie. Oh, yeah? Will Throg ever come back? I hope so, Throg. Josh, can I get a copy of the Star Wars sequel trilogy from your timeline? If I did that, if I gave you guys that, it would cause a variant timeline that the TVA would immediately come and prune me. Nah, I mean, like, look around. Y'all are just living in an apocalyptic reality. I'm just hiding out here. The TVA don't give a fuck about this reality, bro. You know, y'all been doing the most, just being real. Josh, did you see the Variety interview with Richard E. Grant? He loved playing Loki and said some interesting stuff. I did not see that, but that's fantastic, man. I'm happy for Richard E. Grant. I'm glad he got a lot of love from this role. He killed it, though. He did kill it. Yeah, we did a nerd theory. It had to get taken down, unfortunately. Theory had something come up and then didn't want to just leave a 20-minute episode up, so we took it down. We're going to be back at it next week. There needs to be a Battle World series. That'd be kind of fun. You think it's Josh in the... That would be wild. If it's somehow me. Maybe another variant me. Huh. Who knows? He implied he wants to come back for more classic Loki. Dude, throw him in Secret Wars. Give him a scene in one of the Secret Wars... One of the 3 Secret Wars movies. Do it. Do it. What if the post-credit scene is gore? Dude! Ooh, that would be sick! Or a tease of that in some way. Yeah, 5 movies would be sick. Dude, I'm here for 5 movies, for real. Josh, we almost got 2,500 members on Discord. Dude, that's sick. I know I need to do more work on the Discord, but you guys do the most over there. I know you all have a blast on there. That Discord is usually popping. But I want to get on there more, do more of the stages. I want to get to the next karaoke for sure. So, yeah, Discord's great, man. We have a lot of fun over there. Gore the God Butcher. Indeed. Any new Spider-Man news, Josh? Like when the trailer's coming out? So the only person out there that's reporting about this is saying that it's going to come out with What If in August. It's kind of cool. Put it out in the middle of August, right with What If. That'd be fun. Sinatra again. I might do some Sinatra. I want to do a Janis Joplin song, actually. Still waiting on the Dominic Toretto emoji. I don't got family. I got Lord Vengeance. Mike Porter singing again in karaoke. I would love to see it. I'd love to hear it. And Free Guy. Dude, the Free Guy shit was dope. I can't wait to see Free Guy. You're saying the trailer would play. Is Theory okay? Yeah, he's good, man. He's good. Dealing with fame and fortune. Dealing with fame and fortune. That's what my friend Theory deals with. You know what I mean? It has all sorts of things that come with it. Thoughts on if Loki will be in Love and Thunder? I would love for Loki to be in Love and Thunder, William. I would love it. I don't know if you can do a Thor movie without Loki, but shit, I mean, saying that, there's a lot of stacked stuff that'll probably be in that film anyway, so. When you're a nerd avenger, your family. Yeah, I like that. Love these evening streams. I love these evening streams too, baby. I love these evening streams too. This week, a lot of the other teammates are busy, so I will be doing most of the evening streams. Maybe tomorrow it'll be... tomorrow will probably be just me. And then Thursday night, you're going to get, I believe, Lavis and Darren doing the evening stream. And then, of course, you'll have After Dark. Darren's Danger Room, myself, and Darren will be streaming tomorrow night. Is Debate 8 still going on? It is, but it's just back on Adam's channel. We are working, like Adam, myself, and Ryan are working towards Nerd Card Showdown stuff, which I actually do need to start plugging more. I was supposed to plug it last week. I was supposed to plug it this week, but I'm waiting until after Loki. And then we're going to make a big push on that. Do I think the episode is an hour and a half? Dude, anything over 50 minutes is good with me. If it's over an hour, whoo, if it's an hour and a half, damn, I'm going to be one happy boy. Damn, I'm going to be one happy boy. How's my day so far? It's actually pretty good, man. You know, believe it or not, we had, we got a lot of stuff done, you know, a lot of Nerd Vengeance in the morning, a stream and 2 videos. And then, actually, Elisa and I played some Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah. We were playing a little Baldur's Gate 3 together. We're in this really difficult part with all these goblins, and we might play a little bit when I get out of here, actually. We had a lot of fun doing that. The pups were insane this morning, but they're super cute, so it's all good. So, yeah, my day's going good, man. So length makes you happy and boners make you sad. Some kind of real insight right there. Indeed, Trev. Think about it. Think about it. Yo, Josh, why are we questioning Morbius being in the MCU if we saw Vulture in the trailer? Yeah. That's true. I will say that they did take Keaton out of trailers for that film that played internationally, though. So I don't know for sure. But that's a good point, man. I mean, that's a good point, bringing up that he's in the trailer. It seems like it's probably that way. Naaman said, I've been heavy on Apex ever since you mentioned it. Yeah, we'll gaming stream Friday night. Every Friday night at 7:30 on this channel, we do gaming streams. So 7:30 Friday, I'll probably fire up Halo. We'll start with a little Halo Master Chief Collection. Maybe we'll play a little Knockout City. Maybe we'll play a little Fart Night. Maybe we'll play a little Apex. Trev, that's a good question. I'm actually not 100% on that. My boner sense is tingling. Amen. I'm behind, but you right on Taskmaster. Right on, Mike. Bum, 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 bum. Can we stop calling it the MCU 616? Because, like, it isn't. Actually, I think it is. I think it's a 616. I know there's stuff out there that's like, it's actually Universe 1999, whatever. I think that was in, like, an official encyclopedia thing, and it was before Feige got full control of everything. And from what I understand, like, in fact, I've seen documentation, official documentation, that refers to it as 616. It's probably all I can say about that. So, hey, man, I get what you're saying, and the internet's all about sticking your flag in the ground, asserting yourself as though you were 100% correct, but I think you're wrong. What do you mean, from the comics, 616? I mean, I don't think Marvel Comics is going to be considered canon to the MCU at all. Wait a minute, isn't 616 literally in the Loki show? Isn't one of the documents have 616 on it in the Loki show? Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yo, Josh, I watched the. Have you? No, I have not watched the Netflix show Vikings. I have. I recently just finished up first season of Demon Slayer, and I think that's sick. I want to watch that movie. And then I've been catching up on Vinland Saga. Yeah. So I watched The Film Theorist. He made a very interesting Loki theory to the finale. I have watched some of his stuff, but I have not seen his Loki thing. Perhaps I'll check it out before. Demon Slayer is nice. Yeah, dude, Demon Slayer